take in just a second. Okay, Scott, we are live.
Welcome to our online presentation of the 2021 Local History Trust Fund grants. First, let me thank all of our recipients and our guests who are joining us today on this live presentation. In years past, we would have much rather gathered together to celebrate this occasion, but obviously the situation doesn't allow for that. But I do want to take this moment to encourage you to support local history in your area. It is especially important right now, as a lot of places are struggling to maintain the services that they offer to you through the pandemic. Local history is so important in the work that we do, and we're just very proud that we have this opportunity to help administer this program and help these organizations. The Local History Trust Fund is one of a limited number of options to support Kentucky's historical organizations. So you can help us too by not just supporting the tax checkoff program, but also making others aware that the tax checkoff program exists and what good it does. Some of these grants you're going to see are not very huge, but they play a monumental role in helping organizations continue to provide the quality services that you've come to expect from them. So without any further complications, I guess, or ado, I'm going to turn the program over to Mandy Higgins, our community engagement administrator. Sorry about that, Mandy.
Thank you, Scott. This is truly one of the best days of the year for me. It is an honor and a pleasure to help administer the Kentucky Local History Trust Fund. For the 5 years we've given awards, we've witnessed history-minded organizations learn and implement new strategies, expand their educational programming, rehouse important artifacts of Kentucky's past, and grow their capacity to serve their communities. Organizations receiving trust fund grants have enrolled in professional development programs like the American Association of State and Local History Standards and Excellence Program and the American Association of Museums Core Documents Verification Program. They do this to ensure their work aligns with best practices in the field and to set them on the path toward accreditation and larger grants. It is not hyperbole or an overstatement to say that these funds, trust funds, have helped sustain Kentucky's historical infrastructure. Working with the 30 organizations who've received funding from the Local History Trust Fund has allowed me to visit all corners of the Commonwealth and has deepened our relationship with local history-minded groups throughout Kentucky. In the 2020 grant cycle, 22 organizations requested a total of $41,600 in grant funding. Today, we're excited to award 4 Local History Trust Fund grants to organizations in 4 counties. In a highly competitive cycle, these organizations submitted applications with strong statements of need, connections to community, and a focus on long-term sustainability. And without further ado, we're going to announce our winners. Our first winner today is the Bluegrass Railroad Museum, who was awarded $1,587 for development of a historical railroad database to make the history of the museum's large artifact collection publicly accessible. From Woodford County, accepting this grant is Dr. Glenn Walker.
Well, let me tell you thanks to the Kentucky Historical Society for having this program. We are a small museum in Woodford County that preserves and keeps railroads running for passengers to ride on. And we have quite an extensive collection of artifacts, including photographs and books. And this grant will enable us to buy a database software package that will allow us to catalog all that we have over the next few years. Eventually, it will be available to the guests that we have at our museum to browse by railroad, by year, by state, by contributor. But eventually, the goal is to have this shared online in the cloud so anyone can search our database for what artifacts they can find and maybe come to see at our museum. So thank you, KHS, and for all of you who donated to this fund to help us see the realization of figuring out what all we really have and like to share that with the public. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the Bluegrass Railroad Museum. Next, we will award the Crittenden County Public Library $2,500 for Fairy Tales, Pioneer Stories of Outlaws and Travelers on the Ohio, a series of educational programs conducted in partnership with historical agencies in the region. Accepting this grant is Director of the Crittenden County Public Library, Brandy Ledford.
On behalf of the Crittenden County Library and our local historical and genealogy societies, and even the Hardin County, Illinois Historical Society, who is one of our partners, we would like to thank you for helping fund our project, Fairy Tales. We are planning a summer of great local history programs and presenters, book clubs, and we're even going to create a driving map to help better immerse our community in historical events from the past. So thank you very much. We really appreciate this funding, and we hope to have a great series of programs.
Thank you. Congratulations to the Crittenden County Public Library. Staying in Western Kentucky, the Friends of Audubon is awarded $2,444 for equipment, software, and supplies for digitizing artifacts, artwork, and archival material in the Audubon Museum Photography Project. Accepting this grant from Henderson on behalf of Friends of Audubon is Audubon State Park Museum Curator Heidi Taylor Cottle. Heidi, you're muted.
That always happens. On behalf of the Friends of Audubon, all the generous Kentuckians who have donated to the Local History Trust Fund. The mission of the Friends of Audubon is to support, promote, and enhance John James Audubon State Park in Henderson, Kentucky, which includes the Audubon Museum. So your support is going to help us take a first step towards improving collections management and increasing access to the museum's collection on artist and naturalist John James Audubon. The Friends of Audubon will use the Local History Trust Fund grant to purchase technology and supplies so that our museum can begin digitizing our collection of Audubon artwork, artifacts, and archival material. So thank you again.
Thank you, and congratulations again. Our final award recipient is the Kentucky Organization of Professional Archaeologists that is based in Fayette County, but will be doing work across the Commonwealth. So they are awarded $1,916.13. The 13 cents is always important in this, so I always like to get excited about that. And their project is Technology Talks, LAW Virtual Demonstrations, a series of themed virtual classroom visits and general public presentations from Living Archaeology Weekend. Accepting the grant is Darlene Applegate, joined by Dr. Gwen Thompson and Ms. Wayna Roach.
The Living Archaeology Weekend Committee of the Kentucky Organization of Professional Archaeologists, as well as the entire Law Steering Committee, is deeply grateful for this support provided by the Kentucky Historical Society and all those who donate to the Local History Trust Fund. For over 30 years, our award-winning program has provided a diverse, high-quality, multi-sensory, place-based learning experience for school children and the general public in Eastern Kentucky's historic Red River Gorge. Through engaging demonstrations, we replicate the technologies and lifeways of Kentucky's American Indian and pioneer peoples as they are known through archaeological investigations. From spear throwing to medicinal plant use, from spinning and weaving to open fire cooking, our demonstrations help visitors understand and appreciate their heritage, the parallels between their lives and those of past peoples, and the importance of protecting and preserving the archaeological evidence of our ancestors' lives, upon which our interpretations are based. With the pandemic, we were forced to cancel the September 2020 event, and we may have to cancel the event this September too. Not wanting to leave our faithful audiences in the lurch, we are using the Local History Trust Fund grant to deliver Tech Talks, which will virtually link our demonstrators with classrooms in Eastern Kentucky and across the Commonwealth. Tech Talks related to flint knapping, pottery making, and cane mat weaving are under development and will be made available to teachers beginning this spring. With this funding, we will be able to continue to provide this important curricular resource to teachers and students until we can gather again. And we will continue to offer this virtual connection indefinitely to school groups and others who cannot attend the in-person event. On behalf of our organization and all the people we serve, we sincerely thank you.
Thank you. And congratulations to all 4 of our winners. As we close, I want to reiterate that an investment in the trust fund is an investment in the future of Kentucky's past. We re-grant 100% of the funds invested in the Local History Trust Fund. In the 5 years we've administered the program, we've supported work in 30 counties and provided nearly $60,000 to 43 organizations across the Commonwealth. And that's from the generosity of Kentucky taxpayers like you and those watching with us. If you are a Kentucky state income taxpayer, you can make your mark for history by designating a portion of your return to the trust fund on line 38F of the income tax form. If you are filing electronically, please look for line 38F and fund contributions. Thank you for joining us. And if our winners could please turn on their cameras one more time so we can congratulate them. We appreciate all that you've done, and we look forward to seeing what you're able to accomplish. Thank you all.